NBA playoffs continue on Wednesday night, May the 6th. A couple game twos for round two. We're talking 76ers, Knicks, Timberwolves, Spurs. I've got free plays on side, totals, player props, and both games for Wednesday night coming up free for you right here, right now. Hi, this is Steve Merril, WagerTalk.com, right back here on WagerTalk TV, breaking down your game twos on Wednesday night. Both are on ESPN National TV. Quick reminder, I'll keep giving you every NBA playoff game free every day. All I ask is a quick thumbs up like. Click the thumbs up like for the video. And if you're on your mobile device, click the hype button as well. Hype the videos up. Always appreciate it here on WagerTalk TV. All right, first game goes at 7 Eastern Wednesday night. Philadelphia, New York. And boy, the Knicks are making history. And it's not an understatement. First team ever to win 3 straight playoff games by 25 points or more. First team in the last 30 years since they started tracking it in the modern era to have a 30-point lead in 3 straight playoff games. So 2 ways to look at this. They're unbeatable, or they're due to come back down to earth. I think it's the latter. I told you after the Game 1 preview that I thought the zigzag would work in this series and that it'll be a tight series that goes 6 or 7 games, 2 evenly matched teams. And while I did think Philadelphia could hang in Game 1, not a total surprise that they fell flat. It was an extremely difficult scheduling spot for them after overcoming a 3-1 deficit, 3 straight big upset wins against the Celtics, and then traveling on just 1 day's rest for another road game off the road Game 7 win. Well, it was too much. The Sixers were terrible, especially on the defensive side. And I did tell you, although I liked the Sixers to maybe hang in Game 1, that if they were going to come flat, it would probably show on the defensive side of the ball. And that's exactly what happened, giving up 137 points to New York. However, things are going to reset here for Game 2. The Sixers fit several good bounce-back situations, which play on Game 2 road dogs off double-digit blowout losses. And the Knicks are due to regress a bit. They were up for Game 1 at home, but I think the letdown kicks in here. Philadelphia, live dog, definitely like them at +7 and would not be surprised to see them win this game outright. So you might want to take a look at the money line at +220, +230, because whenever we're playing single-digit dogs, whether it's the NFL or the NBA, you got to always think they have a chance to win outright. The Sixers +7, also worth a look on the money line at +220 to +230. Now, as far as the over-under, if you feel like the Knicks are going to come back down to earth at any point, then it's going to probably be some offensive regression, and the total is currently 215. However, as we saw in the Atlanta-New York series, it landed right around this number in most games, and I still think the Knicks aren't quite strong defensively as others might think. So if you want to play that regression, you could look at a Knicks team total under. The Knicks team total right now is around 111.5. So Knicks team total under 111.5 would make some sense as well here in Game 2. As far as player props, let's look at the box score here from Game 1. Jalen Brunson continues to dominate Philly. He did it in the 2024 postseason a couple years ago, in which he averaged over 35 points a game. He had 27 points in the first half alone the other night in Game 1 before they basically sat him the second half, and he still ended up with plenty of points overall. Overall, Brunson only played 31 minutes and ended up with 35 points is what he's averaged, as I said, a couple years ago in this series. So the only way I play Jalen Brunson is over. However, after the big night, I'm not looking to play him over now, but I'm also never looking to fade him, so I would just be neutral on Jalen Brunson. Some other guys that had big games, Karl Anthony Towns had a huge game. He was 3 for 5 from 3-point, 7 for 11 overall from the field, and did not get to the free throw line, though. So maybe some more upside, even though he only had 17 points. He shot really well. Anunoby, a guy I thought maybe would step up at some point, was 7 for 8 from the field, 18 points. I told you I thought he overachieved in the Atlanta series as well. So I think Anunoby may be a guy we could look to regress. If you're looking for a Knick player to play under, OG Anunoby might be the one. And also maybe Mitchell Robinson. They did a hack-a-shack. Do you see that? Hack-a-shack against Mitchell Robinson. He went 0 for 4 from the free throw line, and they pulled him. It worked. He only played 12 minutes, so I do not think Mitchell Robinson's going to get many minutes in this series if that continues. So if you can find props on him, unders would be worth a look just because I don't think he's going to play much. And then Anunoby under his total points, he's probably due for regression as well after some good games. That game's at 7 Eastern on ESPN. All right, your late game is definitely interesting. Minnesota, San Antonio, 9:30 Eastern, also on ESPN. Spurs, of course, were a big favorite. You know, I record the videos a day in advance. I'm doing these videos before the Game 1s are played Tuesday night. I did the Game 1 Monday video on Sunday evening for you as the Game 7s were wrapping up. And I point that out because in that video I told you that Edwards had been upgraded to questionable over the weekend, but I didn't think he's ready to go. He's supposed to be out for another week or so. I also told you that Sumo was upgraded to probable, was expected to go. We all know DiVincenzo's out for the rest of the year with the Achilles injury. And then it was a complete 180 on Monday. Monday morning, it's reported that Edwards is shooting around in warm-ups in the morning. The line goes from 13 to 11 down to 9. and then he plays 25 minutes off the bench, plays well, 18 points, and they win outright as a big dog. And Desoma does not play. And now he's listed as questionable again with that lingering calf injury, which of course also kept him out of Game 6 when they didn't have any of those three players, and they beat the Nuggets outright as a home dog. With all that said, San Antonio is still a really good team. Everyone knows the Thunder's the favorite to win it all. They're minus 150 to be the NBA champs, number one defense the last couple of years. But the Thunder are only the seventh best offensive efficiency team this year in the regular season. The Spurs were number 3 offense and the number 3 defense. No other team was top 6 in both categories, and the Spurs were top 3 in both. Wemby, monster game, triple-double, but he only had 11 points. The headline read, it was funny, I was looking at the headlines afterwards, it says, monster game by Wembanyama, and I'm like, 5 for 17 shooting, 11 points is a monster game, but then I realized he had the 15 rebounds, I think it was, 12 blocks overall. Really did kind of qualify as a monster game. Hey, look, whenever you have a triple-double, it's a monster game. But my point is, they only lost by 2. They blew, a 7 or 9 point lead, and Wembanyama on the night was only 5 for 17 shooting, and only 11 points, and they still only lost by 2. I look for a much better scoring effort, so I definitely like Wembanyama points over when he's coming off an off game like that. He'll continue to get the looks, get the shots. De'Aaron Fox also was only 5 for 14 shooting, 0 for 4 from three-point range. He didn't get to the free throw line. In fact, Wembanyama got to the charity stripe only twice. Fox didn't get there at all. Stephon Castle was 6 for 8 from the charity stripe, 4 for 8 from the field. So you can play any of those threes up and over, as I do think they get there. And after Minnesota having a decent game, I look for them to regress here. They're still shorthanded without DiVincenzo. As I mentioned, DeSumo is questionable. I thought he's going to play Monday. He didn't, so it makes me think maybe that calf injury is lingering more than you realize, especially now that they have a 1-0 lead. And they're going to continue to be careful with Edwards. He came off the bench, didn't come into about halfway through the first quarter, only played 25 minutes, but he was 8 for 13 shooting, 18 points, played well. But I expect him to only play about half a game here, especially with the 1-0 series lead. So this looks like a great bounce-back spot for the Spurs, who are the better team still in this series, and at home off a loss. If you're going to play it, I would lay it with San Antonio minus the 9.5. And as far as over-unders, low-scoring game most likely. With Wembanyama's defense down low, he's going to continue to dominate the paint. But I think the best way to attack the total, since I do like the Spurs and some of those key offensive guys to bounce back, as I mentioned, is just to play the Minnesota team total under 103.5. So Timberwolves team total under 103.5. Shoot, they only got to 104 and they won the game. I don't think they're winning this game. So Minnesota under 103.5 makes a lot of sense with that team total. And I like the Spurs minus 9.5. And once again, the big 3 for San Antonio. I'll look for bounce back games for Wembanyama, Fox, especially scoring, and even Castle. But Fox and Wembanyama points over. I like both of those a lot in Game 2 here on Wednesday night, 9:30 Eastern on ESPN. Hey, there you go. By the way, Prime returns, I think, on Thursday and Friday. Getting excited for those weeknight Prime games. Always love Thursday and Friday Prime games. Those NFL ones crushed it this year. And I'll continue to give you every NBA playoff game free here every day. All I ask is a quick thumbs up like. If you're on your mobile device, click the hype button as well. Also, comment below. What sides total player props are you looking at for these Game 2s on Wednesday night? Hey, include some analysis if you have time, so we, of course, can all learn and earn and win together here on WagerTalk TV. And if you want to get an instant notification and know when every free video is posted every day for the NBA playoffs and Major League Baseball, I throw those plays up for you throughout the week. Click subscribe. Almost 250,000 subscribers, can't be wrong. And make sure you click the bell as well here on YouTube for an instant alert. Now, when I'm giving you free plays in every postseason game on sides, total player props, a lot of these are light leans only. Light TV leans should be treated as 1% of bankroll. That's proper money management. But if you want my strongest plays, my official plays, the games I'm personally using, those are my 4% best bets, and those go to my direct clients every day at WagerTalk.com. Go get my strong plays for Wednesday night NBA and Major League Baseball, and get the bonus free play as well. That's right, the last cut from my best bet card, just a bit outside from being a best bet, goes up as a bonus free play every day. So go get the free play for Wednesday night. Check out the strong best bets, Steve Merril, WagerTalk.com, and get there quicker with shortcut WT.buzz/SM. While you're there, check out some special offers. Single games are $25. You can get a one-day all-access for $39, everything for one day for $39. Or how about 3 days for $49? That's right, special 3-day offer right now. Normally it's $69, dude. Nope, 3 days for just $49. That's getting the second and third day for just $10 more. 3 days for $49, a great sampler, a great way to try my best bet service if you're new to Wager Talk and still building your bankroll. Now, the best deal, in my opinion, for a middle-tiered package is the 30-day all-access, and that's every play, every day, every sport. Normally, 30 days all-access is $299. Nope, It's just $199. Instant $100 discount, no promo code needed. And we're also including another 7-day and 3-day bonus pass. So that's right, 10 more days for free. So the 30-day all access is really a 40-day all access and a $100 discount on top of it. Wow, what a great offer. No promo code needed. Or the best investment approach is the 1-year all access. If you've got that bankroll ready and you want to take a serious, consistent investment approach like a professional sports bettor does every day, then the 1-year all access is the way to go. And now's the best time ever to join because at over an $800 instant discount gets it down to exactly $99 a month, about $3 a day. That's about $1 a play. You know, everyone gets excited for $5 Tuesday once a week. How about getting every play for the next year every day for about $1 a play? That's what you can do right now with that huge discount on the 1-year all access. And this is a great time to join. You're going to get all of next year's complete college and pro football season, start to finish. Next year's complete college basketball season, start to finish. Next year's complete NBA regular season into the playoffs and the rest of this year's playoffs. The rest of this year's baseball into the start of baseball next year. 365 days, all sports, all access for about $1 a play with the huge discount on the 1-year all access pass. Look, it doesn't matter if you get 1 day, 1 week, 1 month, or 1 year. Everybody's getting the same best bets I'm personally using each day, and it's always been that way since I started 30 years ago, August of 1996. This will be my 30th anniversary coming up this summer as a full-time sports bettor and professional handicapper, and it's always been the same. If I'm using a play, I send it to all my clients at the same time each and every day. Check out my strong best bets for Wednesday night and get that bonus free play for tonight as well. Steve Merril, WagerTalk.com, and get there quicker with shortcut wt.buzz/SM. Once again, thumbs up, like, subscribe, comment below, click that bell, and don't forget also to follow me on social media on X and Instagram at Steve Merril, 2 R's, 1 L. You know the deal, Merril, at Steve Merril on X and Instagram. And stay tuned here to Wager Talk TV because you also know there's more free play videos coming up next.